Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria's old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace all battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty Nigeria may be blessed.
Indeed, Nigeria shall be blessed. Let's please be seated. The Chief Justice of the Federation, Honorable Justice Kudirat Olatukumbo Kekirieko, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, the Chief Justice of Nigeria in absentia, Mr. Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, Governor Lagos State, competently, capably represented here today by the Secretary to the State Government, Barrister Bimbola Salu Hundeima, our keynote speaker for today, Prince Lateef Olasukomi Fagbemi SAN, the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, courtesies duly extended in absentia, the Chief Judge of Lagos State, Honorable Justice Kazim Olanrewaju Aluga, in absentia with all due respect, the Head of Service, Mr. Labode Shuaib Aguru, Head of Service of Lagos State, represented here today by the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Mr. Sheson Tunde Ogundeko MNI, all courtesies duly extended, the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Lagos State, Mr. Lawal Pedro SAN, our own very dear Honorable Justice Jumoke Olushola Pedro, Judge, Lagos State Judiciary and Chairman, Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse Governing Council, my Lords, Honorable Justices of respective states of the Federation here seated today, members of the law of the Lagos Multi-Door Governing Council here present. We're not leaving out the magistracy, the Nigerian Bar Association members here present, our other distinguished stakeholders here seated, gentlemen of the press, members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm. We today very graciously want to thank and of course welcome each and every one of us on this auspicious occasion commemorating the first of its kind, the first annual Multi-Door Courthouses and Alternative Dispute Resolution Stakeholders Summit with the theme ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution as a panacea for speedy resolution of commercial disputes and enhanced access to justice. For whatever it is, if the vision of the LMDC, the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse, is said to become an indispensable brand by providing superior dispute resolution, processes, and services through court decongestion, easier access to justice, stakeholder engagement, and top-notch training and program is anything to come by. then you will agree with me that today, in fulfillment of that vision, the Lagos multi-door courthouse has today been the first of its kind, the first in Africa, connected in really managing this concern of alternative dispute resolution, remains dedicated as we speak to fostering the growth and advancement of alternative dispute resolution agency mechanism in Nigeria today. I told you, put your hands together for that achievement and performance. Given that as it is, we today are gathering in this convergence to see another dimension and of course another success story being recorded in translating that which was of course the essence of why it was created over 20 years ago, to serve justice, to ensure that justice is also delivered in good faith to the people of this country. It is in this connect that we want to welcome you all as I bid to come to the microphone Mr. Kenneth Odusoya, Managing Director Kenneth Odusoya & Co., and member of the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse Governing Council, to please give us the opening prayer. Mr. Kenneth Odusoya, please.
Our Father and our God, we thank you for this gathering. We worship you and we adore you because you always be God. Thank you because in these days, the day you have chosen, and we know it shall be marvelous in our sight. As we are gathered this morning, Father, take absolute control. I arrest every wandering spirit. By the time we are finishing today, Lord, we shall bring up a lot of testimony. The spirit of excellence shall fall upon every one of us, and your name shall be glorified forever. In Jesus' name I pray.
Thank you so very much, sir. And on this note, having commit ourselves to God in everything we do, I will want to crave the indulgence of the chairman of the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse Governing Council, Honorable Justice Jumoke Olushola Pedro, Judge, Lagos State Judiciary, to please give the welcome address. My lady, ma'am.
Our chief guest of honor, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Kudirat M.O. Kekereokun, GCON. Our special guest of honor, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by the Secretary to State Government, our amiable sister, Barrister Bimbola Salu Udein. The Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice, who is the keynote speaker for today, is on his way, Prince Lateef Olasukomi Fagbemi, SAN. The Honorable Chief Judge of Lagos State, Honorable Justice Kazeem Olanrewaju Alugba. The Honorable Chief Judge of Edo State, Honorable Justice Daniel Iyebosa Okungbowa. The Honorable Chief Judge of Oyo State, ably represented by Honorable Justice A.L. Akintola. I expect a round of applause as we mentioned the names of, because they are here. They came all the way from Akwa Ibom, from Oyo State, from the Honorable Chief Judge of Akwa Ibom State, ably represented by Honorable Justice Eden Akman. Honorable Chief Judge of Rivers State, ably represented by Honorable Justice Florence Fibere-Sima. My lords, the Honorable Judges, High Court of Lagos State, and my lords, Honorable Judges of the High Court of Edo State, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, we have one of our own, Honorable Justice Ajuwa He was a magistrate in the Lagos State Judiciary, now a judge in Bayelsa State. The Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Lagos State, Mr. Lawal Pedro, SCN, is also on his way. The head of service is here, ably represented by my brother, Mr. Sheson Ogundeko, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Special Duties, the Acting Chief Registrar of the High Court of Lagos State, Your Honors, the Deputy Chief Registrars, the Magistrates of Lagos State Judiciary, our distinguished members of the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse Governing Council. We have among us the President of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, UK. That's Mrs. Adebomire. Where is she? She's here. Also the President of the Chamber of Commerce. I think we had him yesterday. The MBA Chairman of Lagos and Etiosa, and their members. We have the neutrals of the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse. Where are they? The neutrals. They are doing such a wonderful job. You are welcome. The management and staff of the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse, ably led by no less than the director herself, Mrs. Achere Cole. You can get up for recognition. Distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed an honor and a privilege for me to welcome you to a truly historic event, our first annual Multi-Door Courthouses on Alternative Dispute Resolution Stakeholder Summit 2024. The theme for this summit, ADR as a panacea for speedy resolution of commercial disputes and enhanced access to justice, speaks to the very heart of the challenges of some of those in the business world face today. We live in a world where the dynamics of business and commercial activities are evolving rapidly. With this growth, there inevitably comes conflict. Conflict that, if left unresolved or delayed, can hinder economic growth, strain relationships, and increase the cost of doing business. Traditional litigation, while necessary in certain cases, has often been viewed as a lengthy, costly, and adversarial process. It can consume resources, time, and energy that could otherwise be directed toward more productive ventures. As such, it is no surprise that stakeholders in both the private and public sectors have been clamoring for more efficient ways to resolve disputes. This is where alternative dispute resolution steps in. ADR, as many of us know, is not just an alternative. It is a solution. It provides mechanisms that foster cooperation, encourages dialogue, and most importantly, deliver faster outcomes, allowing businesses and individuals to move forward. The beauty of ADR lies in its flexibility. It offers a range of methods such as mediation, arbitration, conciliation, and negotiation, all of which can be tailored to the specific needs of the parties involved. This flexibility is particularly critical in commercial disputes where the stakes are often high and time is of the essence. Moreover, the concept of the multi-door courthouse revolutionizes how we think about the justice system. Rather than a one-size-fits-all approach, the multi-door Courthouse provides multiple avenues for dispute resolution under one roof. It allows litigants to choose the best door, so to speak, for their specific issue, whether that is mediation, arbitration, or any other process. This innovation is helping to reduce case backlogs, decrease legal costs, and ensure that justice is not delayed, which is essential in a fast-paced commercial environment. Allow me to take a moment to acknowledge the profound importance of today's summit. This event brings together legal practitioners, arbitrators, mediators, business leaders, policy makers, and those in the academics, all of whom share a common goal: to improve access to justice and ensure that disputes are resolved in a fair, efficient, and timely manner. I saw not too long ago the managing director of the NDIC. Is he here for recognition? Oh, yes, he's there. Please, a round of applause. The wealth of knowledge and experience in this room is nothing short of extraordinary. I am confident that the insights shared here today will not only deepen our understanding of ADR, but also chart the way forward for its broader adoption and integration into our legal frameworks. Our distinguished panelists, who have each contributed significantly to the development of ADR in their respective fields, will guide us through discussions on how we can maximize the use of ADR to address commercial disputes, particularly in the African context. It is no secret that businesses across the continent are looking for dispute resolution mechanisms that are aligned with our economic realities. Mechanisms that are efficient, cost-effective, and above all fair. I have no doubt that the solutions and strategies discussed here today will have a profound impact on shaping the future of ADR in our jurisdiction and beyond. We are also privileged to have with us an outstanding keynote speaker. I think he has come in just now. Do we have the Honorable Attorney General? You are welcome, sir. Our keynote speaker has been at the forefront of promoting ADR, advocating for its wider acceptance and demonstrating its effectiveness in resolving commercial disputes. The Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, thank you for coming. Your wealth of experience, I'm talking to the Honorable Attorney General now, and Minister for Justice, thank you for coming. Your wealth of experience and thought leadership will undoubtedly provide us with valuable insights on how we can further enhance access to justice and decongest the dockets of our courts through the use of ADR. As we proceed today with today's discussion, let us be mindful of the larger goal, ensuring that justice is not only accessible, but also swift and equitable. We must remember that access to justice is a fundamental right. When businesses, individuals, or organizations face legal challenges, they must have the confidence that the system will provide them with a fair, timely, and cost-effective resolution. ADR, when properly annexed, can provide just that. It will please you to know that this is what we know how best to do at the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse, where we have some of the best professionals working with us. I can categorically say, and it will interest us to know that out of 12,975 cases mediated upon and concluded by the LMDC, 7,259 cases were settled, making it a settlement rate of 56% on concluded cases. It is incumbent upon us, the multi-door courthouses, as stakeholders, and the legal and business communities to continue promoting ADR as a viable and often preferable alternative to traditional litigation. In closing, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all of you for being here today. My gratitude goes to the CJN, the Honorable Chief Justice of Nigeria, for accepting to address us today, and we are going to see that very soon, and to the Governor of this State of Excellence for his immense contribution towards ensuring that the ADR takes the center stage in Lagos as part of his theme agenda. A round of applause. My Lord, the ACJ Lagos, thank you for your unwavering commitment and support to the LMDC. To my lords, the Honorable Chief Judges, who came all the way from various states to attend this summit, once again, I say thank you. And the Director of Multi-Door Courthouses and all other stakeholders, my brother judges who are here, thank you. Your participation in this summit underscores the importance of ADR and the need to continue expanding its role within our justice system. I'm excited for the rich discussions, the sharing of knowledge, and the exchange of ideas that this summit will foster. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to our distinguished guests, moderators, panelists, and keynote speaker. I look forward to the invaluable contributions that each of you will make today. Thank you.
Please want to put your hands together again for the chairman of the LMDC Governing Council, Judge Lagos State Judiciary. We thank you so very much, ma'am, for that opening remark. Well, I think we must place on record here that the achievements that have been recorded by the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse is not only synonymous to what has been graciously done in improving the economy of the Nigerian state. And if what my Lord, Honorable Justice Ladiran Akintola said yesterday in referring how much the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse has impacted effectively in the Oyo State Multi-Door Courthouse in terms of transformation, reformation, achievement, accomplishment, is anything to come by, then you will want to agree with the fact that indeed the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse has made an indelible mark on the footprints and sands of time. One more time, can we please put our hands together for the entire member of the Governing Council and my lady, Honorable Justice Jumoke Olushola Pedro, under her watch to have made this remarkable achievement. We want to thank you. But let me say this, I must place it on record, that it has played, that is the LMDC has played a pivotal role in resolving cases amicably through various ADR mechanisms. And as at August 2024, the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse had successfully handled a total of 25,481 cases with a remarkable 56% success rate, and is responsible for the recovery of the sum of 55,151,793,869 naira 52 kobo. 52 kobo and sorry. But suffice to say that it is an achievement that is second to none in the history of Africa. We again need to applaud the LMDC for this great feat. And that is why it has greatly been unavailable, or so to speak. This has been unavailable to the commercial sector for investment over the years. But what they have done from the record is clear that this achievement has greatly contributed to increase resources in the Nigerian and particularly in Lagos State's economy, and has equally engendered trust in the judicial system for the attraction of foreign direct investment in Nigeria. I think that is yet another plus for the Lagos multi-door courthouse. With all due respect, I also want to welcome our keynote speaker for today, the Honorable Minister for Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, our own Prince Lateef Olasukomi Fagbemi SAN. My Lord, greatly we want to thank you for your very esteemed presence. Yes, my late father told me something. He said to me before he died that attention to details is the secret to success. So I needed to consult so that I can get it right, so that I don't violate the rules and ethics of the conduct of the order of program for today. But before I go on, I quickly want to recognize my lords that are here. Honorable Justice Daniel Iyogbusa Okuboa. I know we were together yesterday, sir, the Chief Judge of Edo State. Thank you so very much, sir, for your very esteemed honor. You said something, and I will quote that again, that when you cease to learn, you die or something. I'll get it right. But Ogayedem said something, you do not even exist at all. We'll connect all of that in the narrative as it goes on. Let me also quickly recognize Honorable Justice Aha Rosa. Rosa, please forgive me. I didn't, it's so good that I pronounce it right. Judge Edo State, if you're here, sir, we thank you. And Honorable Justice VOA Owigwe, Judge of Edo State, also seated. Honorable Justice M.A. Isuele, Judge of Edo State, you are also here. With all due respect to you, my lords, we thank you. And so we'll take the opening remarks by the Honorable Justice Kazim Olanrewaju Aluga, the Honorable Chief Judge of Lagos State, the chief host for today's occasion, but to be taken by Honorable Justice Jumoke Olushola Pedro, that is the Chairman, the Lagos Multi-Dog Courthouse Government Council, on behalf of the Chief Judge of Lagos State. Can we please welcome Honorable Justice Pedro, please, for these opening remarks of the Chief Judge of Lagos State. Ma.
Permit me to rely on the existing protocol. I think I just had a long one in order for us to save time, except to recognize in our midst the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, who is our keynote speaker, Prince Lateef Olasukomi Fagbemi, SAN. I'm going to skip the protocol. And let me quickly apologize for the absence of my Lord, the Honorable Chief Judge of Lagos State. Right now, he's in Abuja. He actually gave us the 2 dates. He had a very clear diary. And he gave us those 2 dates so that we'll be able to take this summit, especially knowing that he will be expecting other chief judges from other states. But I think about 2 weeks ago, the notice came that they must report at Abuja. So it's been there since, I think, the weekend. And he still intends to join us on the Zoom. In actual fact, I was expecting by now that they will have put him on the Zoom. But I believe that maybe where they are, it may be difficult for him to step out now. But I can assure you, before we start maybe the next session, he should be able to join us on Zoom. Please, a round of applause for my Lord, the Chief Judge. Because without him, we won't even be here today He was the one who gave us the approval. He was the one who gave us the go-ahead. He was the one who has given us the support, the backing, everything that we need to be able to have this summit. So it's important for us to thank him. So in advance, he sent his speech to me and said, if perchance he's unable to make it on the Zoom, I should go ahead and deliver his speech. I welcome you to Lagos State. Now, it's not me, it's the Chief Judge on his behalf. The Center of Excellence. Good morning and welcome to this landmark event, to the opening ceremony of the first annual multi-door courthouses and alternative dispute resolution area stakeholder summit 2024. It is both a privilege and a great honor to stand before you today as we gather to explore and discuss a vital issue facing not just our legal system, but our commercial landscape as well. This summit team, ADR, as a panacea for speedy resolution of commercial disputes and enhanced access to justice, is particularly fitting given the context of where we are. Lagos. Lagos, as we all know, is not just a city, it is the commercial heartbeat of Nigeria. It is the financial and economic nerve center of the country, a bustling metropolis that serves as the gateway to trade and investment across West Africa. Our courts here in Lagos often bear the weight of this economic activity, with numerous commercial disputes arising daily in a city like Lagos, where time is of the essence and business thrives on speed. The resolution of disputes cannot afford to be sluggish. This is why ADR owes such promise for our commercial ecosystem. Lagos' prominence as a commercial hub means that it attracts businesses from around the world. And with this influx comes the inevitable friction of commercial dealings. Contracts may be breached, partnerships may dissolve, and expectations may be unmet. These are all realities of doing business. And we must ensure that there is a system in place to handle disputes swiftly and fairly. The traditional court system, while indispensable, can often be bogged down by procedural delays, heavy caseloads, and protracted litigation processes. This can frustrate businesses, delay economic progress, and sometimes even discourage investment. The time is ripe for ADR to take the center stage. A round of applause for that. Alternative dispute resolution, as we know, offers mechanisms that can provide faster, more efficient solutions to the conflicts that businesses face. ADR is not only about avoiding the time-consuming processes of litigation, it is about creating solutions that allow for amicable settlement, preserving relationships, and ensuring that businesses can return to what they do best, creating value, jobs, and opportunities for growth. This is particularly relevant here in Lagos, where the speed of doing business is critical. The city's competitive edge depends on its ability to attract and retain investment, and a key part of that is ensuring that businesses have confidence in the legal system. Investors must know that should disputes arise, there are mechanisms in place that can resolve these issues quickly, fairly, and at a lower cost. This is where ADR, through the initiatives such as multi-door courthouses, becomes a game changer. The multi-door courthouse concept is one of the most innovative steps taken by judiciary in addressing the challenges faced by commercial dispute resolution. This model allows litigants to access a range of ADR methods, such as mediation, arbitration, and conciliation, under one roof. It provides everything that you need to the needs of those who have dispute, ensuring that cases are resolved in a manner that best suits their circumstances, while easing the burden on our traditional court system. We must also not forget the impact that ADR has in enhancing access to justice. In many cases, parties may shy away from pursuing legal action due to the perceived costs, time commitments, or complexity involved in formal litigation. ADR opens up new avenues for those who might otherwise feel excluded from the justice system. Here in Lagos, we have walk-in. So parties can walk in and have their disputes resolved. A round of applause for the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse. So it offers a more user-friendly approach, one that simplifies processes, reduces cost, and encourages greater participation by the parties themselves in crafting the resolution. As we gather here today, I cannot emphasize enough how crucial this dialogue is, especially for a city like Lagos. ADR is not just a tool for conflict resolution, it's a tool for economic development, for strengthening our commercial system, and for ensuring that Lagos remains a vibrant hub for trade, commerce, and investment. The adoption of ADR processes, particularly in commercial disputes, which the Lagos State Judiciary is well known for, through referral of cases to LMDC, sends a strong signal to both local and international investors that Lagos is not only a place of economic opportunity, but also a place where disputes are resolved swiftly and fairly. At this stage, I must bring to attention that we have, under the rules of Court Order 5, Rule 8, immediately cases come in, those that are suitable for resolution by the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse, we immediately assign them and we put them on the ADR track. In that case, that will be the first option. And we always have success in taking these kind of files. Our legal framework must evolve in tandem with the growth of our city and its commercial importance. This summit is the perfect platform to explore how we can build on the existing ADR framework, how we can continue to develop the multi-door courthouses, and how we can ensure that the resolution of commercial disputes aligns with the needs and realities of a fast-paced economy like Lagos. We must ask ourselves, how can we ensure that ADR continues to evolve and expand? How can we encourage more businesses to use these mechanisms? And how can we strengthen the partnerships between the judiciary, legal practitioners, and businesses to make ADR a first resort, not just an alternative? Our esteemed panelists and keynote speakers who have vast experience in the field of ADR will no doubt shed light on these critical questions. They will guide us through discussion on how ADR can continue to shape the future of commercial dispute resolution in Lagos and beyond. I encourage all of us to engage actively in this discussion, as the solution we develop here today will have a lasting impact on the future of commercial conflict resolution, not just in Lagos, but through the entire country. Before I close, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the tremendous work being done by all the stakeholders involved in this summit. The multi-door courthouses of various courts. A round of applause for them. The honorable judges, the judiciary as a whole, the members of the MBA, I want a round of applause for all this. The members of the MBA, our business leaders, and of course, our ADR practitioners. These are the body of neutrals, the arbitrators. I saw Mrs. Doyin Rose Bible, my lady of my Lord. I saw her. She is an authority also on arbitration. It is through your collective efforts that Lagos has made significant strides in promoting ADR as a viable, effective, and efficient method of dispute resolution. Your continued commitment to this cause will ensure that ADR remains a cornerstone of our justice system. In conclusion, I want to reiterate that ADR is not merely a trend, it is the future. In a city like Lagos, where business moves fast and disputes must be resolved just as quickly, ADR provides the solution we need to keep our economy thriving. It enhances access to justice, reducing the burden on our courts, and ensures that Lagos continues to be the commercial powerhouse of West Africa. I want to seize this opportunity to thank the Honorable Chief Justice of Nigeria for her passion and her commitment. A round of applause towards the use of ADR mechanism. I thank Mr. Governor, Honorable Attorney General of the Federation. Mr. Governor has been very supportive to the Lagos State Judiciary, the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice, and all our special guests and participants for being here today. I look forward to the fruitful discussions and innovative ideas that will emerge from this summit. Together, we'll continue to make Lagos a hub center for investors where there is ease of doing business. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's not good enough for my lady, please, if you must do that for her. Well, she took the opening remarks by the Honorable Chief Judge of Lagos State, Honorable Justice Kazeem Olaniwaju Aluba, as the chief host. And of course, the reason is not on far-fetched that Oga is there in Abuja. And of course, he must take the responsibility in that concern. Well, before I go on, I want to quickly recognize the fact that he is one of the youth-centric cabinet member in Lagos State. He was one time a special advisor to Mr. Governor on special duties and intergovernmental relations matter. His act of kindness motivated the advocacy to bring about a foundation that has to touch the lives of people. We call it the Real Acts of Foundation Development Foundation for the Good of Mankind. And today, he's sitting as the Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Social Development in Lagos State, a youth-centric to the core, Honorable Mobolaji Abubakar Ogunlende. We want to thank you, sir, for the honor of having you here with us this morning. We thank you so very much. And leaving that, well, we must also know that we are streaming this summit here today live. And given that, we will be having the Chief Guest of Honor speak to us. Our Chief Guest of Honor, as you are all aware, is no less a person but the Honorable Justice of the Federation of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Kudirat Motomori Olatokunbo Kekiriekun, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, will be speaking with us through Zoom on this summit. Please let's give her a resounding applause as we please welcome her to address the sitting here today. My lady.
My lords, distinguished participants, and distinguished guests, it's with immense pleasure and a deep sense of honor that I convey my goodwill message at this inaugural annual multi-door courthouses and alternative dispute resolution ADR stakeholders summit organized by the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse LMDC. Although I am unable to join you in person today, I am delighted to lend my voice to this significant gathering, which focuses on the theme ADR as a panacea for speedy resolution of commercial disputes and enhanced access to justice. This event marks an important step towards advancing the use of ADR in Nigeria, and I commend the Lagos State Judiciary under the able leadership of my Lord, Honorable Justice K.O. Aluba, and the LMDC for the steadfast dedication to promoting innovative dispute resolution mechanisms aimed at improving the efficiency and accessibility of justice. Having served as a judge of the High Court of Lagos State before my elevation to the Court of Appeal and subsequently to the Supreme Court, I hold a profound appreciation for the pivotal role Lagos State has played in pioneering judicial reforms and championing the use of ADR mechanisms. My tenure at the Lagos State Judiciary was marked by significant contributions to the development of case management systems and ADR practices. Notably, I was privileged to be part of the committee that piloted the 2004 amendments to the High Court of Lagos State Civil Procedure Rules, a landmark reform that introduced front-loading procedures, pretrial conferences, and promoted the application of ADR mechanisms to enhance the speed and efficiency of justice delivery. These measures have since been adopted across the nation and serve as a testament to Lagos State's leadership in judicial innovation. I was also deeply involved in the establishment of the Lagos State Multi-Door Courthouse, the first court-connected ADR center in Africa, as a member of the steering committee. This initiative has been instrumental in transforming the dispute resolution landscape in Nigeria, providing businesses and individuals with accessible, effective, and equitable means to resolve disputes outside the traditional court system. The LMDC's success has demonstrated that ADR is not merely an alternative, but a fundamental component of a modern justice system. In today's fast-paced global economy, where commerce moves at an unprecedented pace, businesses and individuals alike seek speedy, cost-effective, and efficient resolution of their disputes. Traditional court proceedings, though vital for the administration of justice, often face the challenge of backlogs, prolonged timelines, and high costs. This is particularly detrimental to commercial entities where protracted legal battles can stifle business operations and erode the confidence of investors. ADR, through mechanisms such as mediation, arbitration, and conciliation, provides a viable solution enabling parties to resolve their disputes quickly, flexibly, and confidentially while preserving vital business relationships. ADR methods such as mediation, arbitration, and conciliation have proven to be effective alternatives for resolving commercial disputes. They offer parties the opportunity to resolve matters in a timely, cost-effective, and flexible manner while maintaining confidentiality and, importantly, preserving business relationships. This aspect is particularly valuable in the commercial sector, where maintaining ongoing partnerships can be just as important as resolving the dispute itself. The recent repeal of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, Cap A 18, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, and the enactment of the Arbitration and Mediation Act 2023, AMA, marks a significant milestone in the development of ADR in Nigeria. The AMA introduces a unified legal framework for the efficient settlement of commercial disputes through both arbitration and mediation. It aligns Nigeria's ADR framework with global best practices by making applicable the Convention on the Recognition and Enforcement of Foreign Arbitral Awards, the New York Convention, to any award made in Nigeria or in any contracting state arising out of international commercial arbitration. With its emphasis on transparency, speed, party autonomy, and the enforceability of arbitral awards and mediated settlements, the AMA positions Nigeria as a preferred destination for resolving complex commercial disputes. The focus of the first panel on innovations in ADR, technology, and new practices is particularly relevant in the context of today's digital age. Technology is rapidly revolutionizing the way disputes are resolved. Online dispute resolution platforms, virtual mediation, and arbitration sessions are becoming commonplace, offering convenience and accessibility to parties across borders. This is a step in the right direction, as technology has the potential to further reduce the time and cost associated with ADR, enhancing its attractiveness and practicality for commercial dispute resolution. I would like to encourage all stakeholders, especially judges, to prioritize the adoption and use of technology to improve the efficiency of administration of justice. Virtual hearings and digital case management must be leveraged fully to achieve a quicker turnaround in dispute resolution. The second panel's discussion on the role of mediation and arbitration in reducing commercial litigation backlog is equally critical. The undeniable advantages of ADR, especially in terms of cost and time efficiency, make it a valuable tool in reducing the burdens on our courts. I want to take this opportunity to issue an urgent plea to my esteemed colleagues in the Lagos State Judiciary to actively refer matters to the LMDC and similar ADR centers as a mandatory step in decongesting the court's docket. This is particularly important in commercial disputes where the swift resolution of cases is critical for fostering business confidence and economic stability. By mandatorily referring appropriate cases to ADR, we will not only reduce backlogs but also help the courts focus on matters that require full judicial intervention. The third panel on legal frameworks and regulatory support for ADR in commercial disputes addresses a key issue in the further development of ADR. National legislation plays an essential role in creating an enabling environment for ADR to flourish. In Nigeria, we must continue to strengthen our laws and regulatory frameworks to support the use of ADR, particularly in commercial disputes that involve cross-border elements and international arbitration. Moreover, the legal profession must be equipped with the knowledge, skills, and advocacy needed to fully integrate ADR into our justice system. This will enhance our reputation as a country where commercial disputes are resolved fairly, efficiently, and in line with international best practices. The fourth panel's theme, enhancing access to justice through ADR, opportunities for SMEs, is especially important. Small and medium enterprises form the backbone of the nation's economy, yet many of them are deterred from seeking legal redress due to the high cost and long timelines associated with traditional litigation. ADR offers a viable and accessible pathway for these businesses to resolve disputes fairly and efficiently without draining their resources. By making ADR more accessible to SMEs, we promote both justice and economic growth, ensuring that these enterprises can thrive in a stable and predictable legal environment. Let me take this opportunity to call on all stakeholders to continue to support the growth and development of ADR in Nigeria. The responsibility to promote ADR lies with all of us, from the judiciary to the legal profession, and from business leaders to government agencies. Together, we can ensure that ADR becomes not just an alternative, but a preferred means of resolving disputes in Nigeria, enhancing access to justice for all. We must particularly prioritize the integration of technology and the mandatory referral of cases to ADR centers like the LMDC to ensure that the justice system operates more efficiently. Once again, I commend the efforts of my Lord, Honorable Justice K.O. Alugba, the Chief Judge of Lagos State, and Honorable Justice Jumoke Pedro, the Chairman, LMDC Governing Council, for their visionary leadership in organizing this important summit. And I look forward to seeing the positive outcomes of the discussions today. I am confident that this gathering will provide fresh insights and innovative approaches to harness the full potential of ADR in our justice system. Thank you, and I wish you all a successful and productive summit.
Well, that sincerely is not good enough. At least sharing her thoughts with us, the Chief Justice of the Federation, Honorable Justice Kudirat Motomori Olatokunbo Kekireko GCON. We thank you so very much, ma'am. You'll find the keynote address on page 17 of the program brochure with you. Page 17, if you turn to that page, you'll find the full complement of the keynote address there. And of course, it's to be a referencing for us. Page 17 and 18. Thank you. And so at this point, we are changing this order so that we can get it right in letting us have an insightful, in-depth analysis on the presentation of the Honorable Minister for Justice and Attorney General of the Federation. It is my honor and pleasure at this point, the distinguished eminent guest, to please want to welcome to the microphone these outstanding man of honor, Prince Lateef Olasukomi Fagbemi SAN, the Minister for Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, to please speak. Oga, it's a great honor, sir. You're most welcome.
Thank you. Somebody complained that the mic was too high. They didn't take into consideration those of us who are vertically challenged. Thank you. My noble Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice of Nigeria, I want to crave the indulgence of this gathering to leverage on the existing protocol. I have to apologize for coming late, but before now I had called severally without success to reach out to my noble Lord, the Honorable the Chief Judge of Lagos State, to share my predicament with him. I came in from London this morning, but was taken to Abuja. But because I had a commitment, I had to take the next flight. Unfortunately, the 6:30 flight, which we felt was the shortest, did not take off until around 18 minutes to 8. So we had to battle with this. I apologize, please. Now, I said it is indeed a great pleasure to address this August gathering of legal minds and stakeholders at the multi-door Courthouse Summit on Alternative Dispute Resolution, otherwise known as ADR in Nigeria. The theme of this summit, ADR as a panacea for speedy resolution of commercial disputes and enhanced access to justice, is particularly timely and apposite given the increasing complexity and volume of commercial disputes in Nigeria. This summit is a crucial platform to review and explore the potentials of ADR as a powerful tool for resolving commercial disputes promptly, efficiently, and effectively. I therefore wish to express my gratitude to my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Judge of Lagos State, and the organizers of this summit for the privilege accorded me to make this keynote address. I commend your commitment to expanding access to justice and also ensure that we put in place the much-needed enabling environment to stimulate economic growth and ease of doing business. I am most grateful for this indulgence and opportunity. Distinguished participants, the sad reality of our situation in Nigeria is that we are still grappling with congested court dockets and prolonged period required for the final determination of cases. It is also not in doubt that our justice system is under immense pressure to deliver timely and efficient resolution of disputes in diverse areas of law. For economic factors and investors, access to justice and turnaround time for adjudication of cases are major factors which influence investment decisions. Thus, commercial disputes have far-reaching consequences on government policies, business entities, economic environment, and the nation in general. The avoidable delays in resolving these disputes can lead to significant financial losses, damage to business relationships, and erosion of investor confidence, which have led to undesirable situations where resolution of disputes arising from contracts to be performed in Nigeria are situated in foreign jurisdictions. Therefore, it is imperative that legal practitioners and other critical stakeholders continue to embrace innovative and efficient ways to address the challenges associated with dispute resolution through litigation by pursuing ADR mechanisms. As you are all aware, ADR encompasses a range of methods, including but not limited to mediation, arbitration, and conciliation, which accords the parties an avenue to resolve their disputes in a less formal or strict and rancorous setting, devoid of technicalities of court proceedings. These methods are characterized by flexibility, confidentiality, and the unique nature of being party-driven. By encouraging parties to negotiate, compromise, and drive the dispute resolution process. ADR produces faster, less costly, and more amicable resolutions. Other key benefits of ADR practice are the confidentiality of discourse and conclusions of proceedings, and flexibility of the proceedings, which can be customized to accommodate the peculiarities of parties and approach to resolution. We are not oblivious of the challenges associated with operationalization of ADR dispute, despite the benefits derivable therefrom. The challenges stem from the reluctance of parties and legal practitioners alike to embrace ADR as a viable alternative to litigation, as well as concerns over enforceability of settlement agreements arising from ADR proceedings, which may still end up in court. The question then is, why not just approach the court ab initio? The preference or affinity for adversarial litigation is still prevalent even in commercial cases. The efforts by the state judiciaries to accord accelerated determination of these cases through fast-track procedures or designation of commercial courts have not yielded the desired outcome. I am delighted to remark that this summit, among other continuous stakeholders engagement platforms, provides the necessary avenue to overcoming these challenges. The judiciary, the government institutions in charge of trade and investment, the Nigerian Bar Association, the business associations, and other stakeholders must step up the tempo of sensitization of the benefit of ADR. For ADR to be attractive, we must continue to work together, developing and refining ADR procedures to ensure that they are fair, efficient, and enforceable. This summit offers a platform for the judiciary across the states and other areas to engage in peer group and exchange mechanisms with regards to the operation of the various multi-door courthouses. Your Lord, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am confident that the establishment of multi-door courthouses is a significant step towards promoting ADR and enhancing access to justice by offering a one-stop shop for court-connected mediation services. Multi-door courthouses help to streamline the dispute resolution process and reduce the burden on the court system. The foregoing situation was aptly and authoritatively captured yesterday in the opening address delivered by the learned Chief Justice of Nigeria at the 3rd Annual National Conference on Judges' Performance, wherein it was disclosed that in the first quarter of 2024, a total of 243,253 cases are pending before our superior courts, excluding the Supreme Court of Nigeria. One of the ways identified by His Lordship, the Honorable the Chief Justice, for addressing this unsustainable backlog is to encourage the use of ADR method like mediation. And we all heard her when she sort of made a repeat of what was said yesterday. The concept of multi-door courthouse is credited to the pioneering work of the late Professor Frank E. A. Sander, an American emeritus professor of law, an associate dean of Harvard Law School. He is generally regarded as the father of alternative dispute resolution in the United States of America, stemming from the well-received paper he presented in 1976 titled Varieties of Dispute Processing. The multi-doors of assessing justice, or different doors leading to resolution of disputes in addition to the existing and well-known door, which is litigation. Professor Sanders' idea of an all-inclusive or comprehensive center for justice is one that offers effective and efficient access to justice through which disputes are resolved in different ways. It is comforting for the future of ADR in Nigeria that many states have established their own structure of multi-door court House, starting with the lead, and as usual, the Lagos State Multi-Door Courthouse, which commenced in 2022. The Federal Capital Territory followed suit in 2003. The first one was in 2002. The FCT followed in 2003. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria came in 2015, introduced the multi-door concept of resolution of labor disputes. It is a most positive development given the critical place which the labor force occupies as drivers of the economy, as incessant or protracted determination of trade disputes adversely inhibit commercial activities. According to the National Industrial Court, the purpose of its ADR Center is to utilize ADR techniques to assist parties resolve their disputes and arrive at mutually acceptable agreement in less costly, speedy, and efficient manner. It is aimed at preserving relationship through reconciliation of parties in dispute, thereby engendering industrial peace and harmony, ingredients that are germane for economic and industrial development of any country. ADR initiative has also taken root at the appellate level with the launch of a mediation program by the Court of Appeal known as Court of Appeal Mediation Program, CAMP, which was introduced under Order 16 of the 2011 rules, retained pursuant to Order 16 of the 2016 rules. While the program gained traction under the provision of Order 16 of the 2021 rules, operating under the banner of the Court of Appeal Alternative Dispute Resolution Program, CAADPR. The enactment of the Arbitration and Mediation Act 2023, particularly the enabling provisions of mediation under sections 67 to 87 thereof, provide a significant boost and legal enablement for the conduct of domestic and international mediation and enforcement of settlement agreements in Nigeria, in accordance with the United Nations Convention on International Dispute Agreement resulting from Mediation Singapore Convention, which was adopted on 20th of December 2018 by the UN General Assembly. The ratification of the convention by Nigeria was effected on the 27th day of November 2023, and the same came into force on the 27th of May 2024. As the Attorney General of the Federation, I am committed to promoting the use of ADR in Nigeria through practical steps to enhance the accessibility and effectiveness of ADR mechanisms. I, therefore, look forward to working with the judiciary and the ADR centers and stakeholders to achieve these objectives. First, by increasing capacity building for ADR practitioners to enhance effective conduct of ADR proceedings, promoting or deepening ADR feature in Nigeria, encouraging the use of ADR clauses in government contracts to resolve disputes efficiently and cost-effectively, providing vital support for the establishment of ADR centers to improve access to ADR services. In furtherance of the commitment of the current administration to creating an enabling environment for ADR to thrive, my office has developed a draft national policy on arbitration and alternative dispute resolution, which will complement compliance with the provisions of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 2023 and expound the frontiers of the practice, procedure, and jurisprudence of ADR in Nigeria. I'd like to conclude by reiterating that ADR remains a valuable tool for resolving commercial disputes and enhancing access to justice. By promoting speed, cost effectiveness, confidentiality, flexibility, and relationship preservation, ADR can provide a more efficient, effective means of resolving conflicts. I therefore urge the stakeholders in the justice sector and in the business sector too, business community, to continue to support and promote ADR. By working together, we can create a legal system that is more responsive to the needs of the business and individuals alike. My Lord, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for this audience, and I say I look forward to the outcome of the deliberations or discussions that will follow. I'm very much obliged. Thank you.
I'm sure we can do better than that. If the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation can so choose to ensure that he's all the way from London, then I think he deserves yet another resounding applause. So to our Prince, we say thank you very much for making sure you kept a date with us, sir. And we do sincerely appreciate your commitment to this cause. Let me welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the State, Mr. Lawal Pedro S.O.N. We also want to thank you for coming. We will at this point want to take the special guest of honor for today. And it is in place for us to also recognize the fact that Mr. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, the special guest of honor here today, he's been capably a round peg in a round hole, fitting the fitting of the fix by no less a person but one of you, our own barrister, Bimbola Salu Hundeyi, who is the secretary to the state government on this note. Mr. Governor, we thank you so very much for this honor. With all due respect, Mr. Governor, we thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please sit down. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I know that we are clinking some things there, so it might not be easy. I'd actually like to stand on existing protocol that has been well established by my Lord Honorable Justice Jumoke Pedro. All the same, I would want to acknowledge just one or two persons here that I believe I should. First, I want to acknowledge Honorable Justice Jumoke Pedro herself for, thank you very much, thank you. Thank you, my Lord, thank you. I would also use her as a point of contact for all judges here. Please acknowledge all the judges here. Thank you. I would want to acknowledge no, they are not my colleagues for today. It's I'm Mr. Governor here. Yes, they are not my colleagues. They are members of my cabinet as Mr. Governor. So thank you. The Attorney General who came in very early, he's been the first to be here, of Lagos State. And the Honorable Commissioner for Youth, you also saw him. And of course, the head of service that has been ably represented. I would also want to acknowledge very respectfully the Honorable Minister of Justice and Attorney General. He was seated there. I want to acknowledge especially all the chief judges that are here and judges from other states. Acknowledge my friend, Justice Roy Harriman, all the way. Thank you. Then I acknowledge all my other friends that I've seen here, Shola and the rest. I use you as a point of contact for others. Thank you very much for clapping for all of them. Thank you. I must say, once again, I'm sure you all know that I'm here to read the speech of Mr. Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, the only governor that has refused to be addressed as His Excellency, but thank you. But he has consistently carried out his duties excellently in the state of excellence. I'm sure you know that. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I go straight to his speech. I am deeply honored to be part of this inaugural Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse, annual Multi-Door Courthouses, and Alternate Dispute Resolution Stakeholders Summit 2024, taking place here in Lagos, the state of excellence. And on that note, I welcome you all by saying, this is Lagos. I want you all to know. Thank you. I want you to know, if you haven't heard that before, that in Lagos, we do not say welcome to Lagos. We say, this is Lagos. So for those of us who are coming from outside the states, like Okpe and the rest, I say, this is Lagos. Thank you very much. Today's event exemplifies our firm commitment to strengthening the legal framework and fostering sustainable development through innovative dispute resolution mechanisms in Nigeria. The theme of this year's summit, ADR as a panacea for speedy resolution of commercial disputes and enhanced access to justice, is apt and timely. The importance of an alternate dispute resolution to our commercial transactions, our socio-economic activities as a people, and ultimately the upward sustainable development of our state cannot be overemphasized. More so that Lagos State is Nigeria's economic nerve center and commercial hub, the third largest economy in West Africa and the fifth largest in Africa. The need for faster, more accessible, and cost-effective mechanisms for resolving disputes has never been more pressing as the world's commerce, trade, and movement of capital are becoming increasingly global. And Lagos, our Lagos State, cannot afford to be left behind in this race for economic survival and uplifting. May I firstly congratulate the Honorable Chief Judge of Lagos State, Justice Kazeem Aluba, for spearheading yet another groundbreaking initiative. Thank you. His exemplary leadership and commitment to reforms have transformed the Lagos State judiciary. By championing the integration of technology and alternate dispute resolution mechanisms, Justice Alugba has made the Lagos State judicial system more efficient, accessible, in alignment with global standards. His dedication to upholding the rule of law continues to inspire confidence and respect within the legal community and beyond. I also extend my heartfelt congratulations to Honorable Justice Jumoke O. Pedro, Chairman Governing Council of the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse, for her exemplary leadership and dedication to advancing alternate dispute resolution in Lagos State. Under her stewardship, the LMDC has continued to grow as a trailblazing institution, providing innovative solutions that have significantly improved access to justice and reduced court backlogs. Her commitment to excellence and her forward-thinking approach have positioned the LMDC as a model for ADR, not just in Nigeria, but across Africa. Her contributions have been invaluable in making dispute resolution more efficient and accessible for all. My dear sister, if I may call you, my Lord, I thank you. Please clap for her. The multi-door courthouse, LMDC, holds the distinction, that is the Lagos multi-door courthouse, holds the distinction of being the first court-connected alternate dispute resolution center in Africa. Established in 2002, yes, we deserve it, that's Lagos, is a first. Established in 2002 by the Lagos State Judiciary, the LMDC was designed to offer an alternative pathway to traditional litigation, focusing on resolving disputes in a timely and efficient manner. The idea behind a multi-door courthouse is that individuals can access multiple dispute resolution options under one roof, including mediation, arbitration, and other ADR mechanisms, as opposed to solely relying on the courts for litigation. As a first of its kind in Africa, the Lagos multi-door courthouse set a precedent for the continent by integrating ADR directly into the court system. This was a significant innovation, as it provided litigants with alternatives that relieved the burden on the court system, reduced case blocks, and improved access to justice. The success of the Lagos multi-door courthouse has spurred interest in similar court-connected ADR centers in other African countries, as governments and judicial systems recognize the benefits of adopting a multi-door approach to dispute resolution. Over the past 2 decades, the Lagos multi-door courthouse, with the support of the Lagos state government and the judiciary, has spearheaded multiple initiatives for timely and effective dispute resolution and facilitated the recovery of 55.15 billion and naira and $56.29 million in dispute settlements. Significantly, this has reduced court backlogs, improved the administration of justice, and enhanced access to justice for all. Today, the Lagos multi-door courthouse stands as a beacon of hope for individuals and businesses, providing a practical, more inclusive, and less cost-effective alternate to traditional litigation. As we convene for this landmark summit, we are presented with a valuable opportunity to reflect critically and engage in strategic conversations about how ADR can further transform dispute resolution in Nigeria and beyond. One key area of focus of this summit is the role of technology in reshaping ADR. Innovations like online dispute resolution, ODR, artificial intelligence, AI, and digital mediation platforms are revolutionizing how disputes are resolved. These technologies not only reduce the time and cost associated with resolution, but also broaden access to justice by allowing disputes to be settled remotely and flexibly. The ADR is an invaluable tool for resolving disputes effectively and efficiently. It is also a key enabler for socioeconomic development. Our administration offers a business-friendly environment by promoting and supporting ADR mechanisms. These mechanisms also strengthen peaceful coexistence and cooperation amongst communities in our state. Hence, Lagos has earned one of the safest and best cities to visit in the world, according to the British Media Hospitality Magazine 2024. Thank you. Thank you for clapping for Mr. Governor. Thank you. I commend the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse for leading the way in exploring and integrating these advancements as we work together to strengthen the legal framework of the ADR. Effective dispute resolution is not just a matter of justice. It is also a catalyst for economic growth. A strong and efficient dispute resolution framework builds confidence among local and foreign investors. It improves the ease of doing business and ultimately supports sustainable development. By ensuring commercial disputes are resolved swiftly and fairly, we create a conducive environment for business, attract foreign direct investment, create job opportunities, and promote economic prosperity in Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole. This is especially crucial in a globalized economy, where predictable and efficient legal processes are key. Where businesses are assured that disputes can be resolved quickly and effectively through ADR, business owners are more likely to take risks, leading to a boost in investment, entrepreneurship, job creation, and innovation. This summit also underscores the importance of a supportive legal and regulatory framework in advancing ADR. Capacity building and continuous training are essential to ensure we remain adept at handling both traditional and emerging ADR practices. These skills, coupled with adherence to international best practices, will reinforce the credibility and effectiveness of our judicial system. As we move forward, it is crucial that we, as government, as your servants in Lagos State, we promise to continuously collaborate with the private sector, businesses, lawyers, and other stakeholders to embrace and promote ADR as a cornerstone of our legal systems. In doing so, we will not only improve the business environment, but also ensure that justice is accessible, timely, and fair for all. This would also promote peaceful conflict resolution and ultimately enable a more inclusive and equitable society. In conclusion, I express once again my profound appreciation to the Chief Judge of Lagos State, Honorable Justice Kazeem Alugba, the Chairman of Council for the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse, Honorable Justice Jumoke O. Pedro, the organizing committees, and everyone who has contributed to the success of this summit, including those of you who are participating today. I am confident that the discussions at this summit will provide valuable insights and foster the adoption of best practices that will significantly advance the cause of justice, not only in Lagos State, but across the nation. As we engage in these discussions, let us remember that access to justice is not a privilege, but a fundamental right. Thank you. By enhancing our ADR mechanisms and integrating technology and innovation, we move closer to a society built on fairness, inclusivity, better livability for all, and sustainable development. This is our bond with Lagosians. Thank you for listening.
You please want to do more by giving Mr. Governor a sounding applause. Mr. Governor, we please want you to be here for a quick photo session as my lady will lead the chief judges of the respective states to please come on stage for this photo session.